لا تراه العيون ولا يصفه الواصفون ولا تخالطه الذنون ولا يخشى الدوائر، يعلم عدد قطر الأمطار وعدد ورق الأشجار وعدد ما أظلم عليه الليل وما أشرق عليه النهار، ولا تواري منه سماء سماء ولا أرض أرضا. اللهم أنت أحق من عبد وأحق من ذكر وأنسر من ابتغي وأرأف من ملك وأجود من أعطى وأوسأ من سئل. أنت الفرد لا ند لك وأنت الله لا شريك لك. كل شيء هالك إلا وجهك، لن تطاع إلا بإذنك ولن تعصى إلا بعلمك. تطاع فتشكر وتعصى فتغفر. القلوب لك مفضية والسر عندك علانية. الحلال ما أحللت والحرام ما حرمت والدين ما شرعت والأمر ما قضيت. العبد عبدك والخلق خلقك والأمر أمرك، فأنت الله الرؤوف الرحيم. أما بعد، فقد قال الله عز وجل في كتابه العزيز بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم: وحصل ما في الصدور إن ربهم بهم يومئذ لخبير. وقال جل وعلا في مقام آخر: فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يرى ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يرى. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: الناس معادن كمعادن الذهب والفضة، خيارهم في الجاهلية خيارهم في الإسلام إذا فقهوا. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى أكون أحب إليه من والده وولده والناس أجمعين، أو كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. My dear respected brothers, sisters and elders in Islam, throughout the history of mankind, there has been one quality that regardless of which path of life a person chooses to walk in, regardless of what religion that person is following, regardless of that individual being male or female or the color of the person's skin, there's one quality that us as humans, when we see and when we identify, we fall in love with that person that possesses that quality. We start, because of that quality that that person possesses, we start revering and honoring. And not only revering and honoring, we start emulating their ways and start acting like them and wanting to become like them. There's one quality that no one can argue with and that is not open for debate, that when us as humans naturally innate within us, when we find it and when we see it, this effect falls inside of our hearts. What is this quality? What is this factor that makes us logical humans become so handicapped behind this quality? My dear brothers and sisters, this specific quality is what we today call perfection, is what we today call excellence. That today we see those individuals that perhaps have very few skills in their lives, but they learn how to perfect one skill in their lives. May it be so tedious and so small, like putting a ball inside of a hoop, or kicking a ball inside of a net, or learning how to say a few words with a rhythm. The skill is so tedious, but those individuals have learned how to perfect them. And because of that, our youngsters today want to become like them. Our youngsters today look up towards them. Our youngsters today wear their jerseys on their backs because they respect and honor the fact that they have perfected that one quality in their lives. My dear brothers and sisters, the question that has to be asked is if this is the effect of a person perfecting just one quality in his or her life, what should be the effect that should be within our lives, knowing that our Habib perfected his entire life? And there was not a single space or a spot in his life that we could derive a flaw from. Not only was he perfect with his family, not only was he perfect with his children, not only was he perfect with his neighbors, not only was he perfect with his enemies, he manifested and displayed how an individual can show perfection and display perfection in every angle in his life. If the effect of one quality makes us respect someone, the effect of the Prophet's life, The image of the Prophet's life is nothing but perfection. So Imam Ghazali rahimahullah says that today in this world we love for three reasons. Firstly, we love due to physical attraction. Because someone or something being beautiful, we tend to fall in love with it or them. Number two, we love because of internal qualities. One is zahiran, one is batinan. Sometimes a person can look amazing. Sometimes a car looks very nice, but it doesn't turn on. Sometimes an individual can have the best of features outside and in front of people, but internally he's a dead person. So secondly, the second reason why we love in this world is because of internal qualities. And the third reason why we love in this world, he says, perhaps more important than the first two, is based upon how much that other person also loves me. Based upon how much that other person can put his or her neck on the line for me. Let us look at these three qualities and base it on the life of the Prophet ﷺ. How were these three qualities, the three fundamental and basic, essential reasons of why we love? How would that look based on the Prophet ﷺ's life? We talk about physical beauty. We talk about we love because of physical attraction. There is not a man, not a person that the world has seen that can possess even a portion of the beauty of the Prophet ﷺ. Where Hassan bin Thabit says, وَأَحْسَنَ مِنْكَ لَمْ تَرَ قَطُّ عَيْنٍ وَأَجْمَلَ مِنْكَ لَمْ تَلِدِ النِّسَاء خُلِقْتَ مُبَرَّأً مِنْ كُلِّ عَيْبٍ كَأَنَّكَ قَدْ خُلِقْتَ كَمَا تَشَاءُ. Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, وَأَحْسَنَ مِنْكَ لَمْ تَرَ قَطُّ عَيْنٍ. That no eye can ever dare say they have seen beauty like yours unless they've seen you. وَأَجْمَلَ مِنْكَ لَمْ تَلِدِ النِّسَاء. No mother can ever give birth to such a beautiful child. كَأَنَّكَ قَدْ خُلِقْتَ كَمَا تَشَاءُ. So, O Prophet of Allah, it was as if you told Allah, make me like this. And Allah made you exactly as you wished and desired. Anas ibn Malik radiallahu anhu would say, when we would sit in the gatherings of the Prophet ﷺ, we would have two simultaneous but contradictory ideas in our minds. One, look up at the Prophet because he was so beautiful. But number two, look down out of respect for the Prophet ﷺ. So whenever he would look away from us, we would look towards him and we would see his beautiful face. And when he would look towards us, we would lower our gaze out of the honor of the Prophet ﷺ. How beautiful was this man? Ibn Ishaq says, more than 33 people accepted Islam just by seeing his blessed face, just by looking at him. So when we speak about physical beauty, we cannot compare the beauty of this world, the beauty of what we see, to the beauty of the Prophet ﷺ. This is the first reason why we love. And I don't want to spend too much time on this reason. The second reason why we love in this world is because of internal qualities, based upon the person's properties and his qualities and his characteristics within, that we cannot see, but we can see when we gauge them and when we live with him. How was the Prophet's qualities inside and internal? What was he like? One day the Prophet walks outside of his house and he sees Sahabas gathered and they're speaking and they're saying that إِنَّ اللَّهَ أَعْطَى آدَمَ صَفِيَّهُ وَأَعْطَى مُوسَى كَلِمَتَهُ وَأَعْطَى عِيسَى رُوحَهُ وَأَعْطَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ خُلَّتَهُ. That hey, this is strange that we have heard that our Prophet is the greatest. But we have seen that Adam is Safiyullah. And we have seen that Ibrahim has a title of Khalilullah. And we have seen that the title of Kalimullah is given for Musa alayhi salam. What's for our Prophet? And the Prophet walks out and he walks towards him and he says to them, إِنِّي سَمِعْتُ قَوْلَكُمْ وَعَجَبَكُمْ. That hey, I've heard what you were saying and I have also heard your confusion. That how is it so that all of these prophets have such titles? What's in it for me? What's in it for me? Let me tell you. نعم إن الله أعطى موسى كذا وكذا وأعطى عيسى روحه. Now yes, Allah has given every single one of these prophets their special and specific characteristics, but let it be known loud and clear, أَنَا سَيِّدُ وُلِدَ آدَمَ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ وَلَا فَخْرٍ. Let it be known, stamped and sealed, that there is not a greater person than me in the entirety of this world, since the beginning of mankind till the end of mankind. That on the day of judgment, there will not be a single person that will have a status close to me. When the Prophet ﷺ was born, Imam Suyuti rahimahullah relates in Khusa'is al-Kubra, that when the Prophet was born, فَنَزْلَتْ سَحَابَةٌ فَغَشِيَتْهُ وَغَيِّبَتْهُ, a cloud descended, it came down and then disappeared. فَنَادَى مُنَادِي طُوفُوا بِهِ مَشَارِقَ الْأَرْضِ وَمَغَارِبَهَا لِيَعْرِفُ بِهِ اسْمِهِ وَصِفَتِهِ وَنَعْتِهِ. And a caller called out, and it said, let it be known who has come to the world today. Figuratively, let it be known that the greatest person that was to be born has been born. Today that same wujud, that same act lies upon us. Let the world know who we are. What shame is it? And what embarrassment is there to show that yes, I am a follower of the greatest man that has walked on the earth. Today, people are not embarrassed. They are not shy. They don't flinch when they're emulating the ways of people who cannot even take care of their own families. And in front of the cameras, in front of the media, their lives are like a shining sun. But we look inside of their lives, even for a moment, and we see they have domestic violence in their lives. They have domestic abuse in their lives. They have different issues in their lives. Our Prophet's life was open for us like a novel, every page wide open for us to read. And we cannot find a single flaw. And the caller calls out, and it says, أُعْطُوهُ خُلَقَ آدَمٍ وَمَعْرِفَةَ شِيخ وخلة إبراهيم واستسلام إسماعيل وفصاحة صالح وحكمة لوط وشدة موسى وجهاد يوشع وحب دانيال ووقار يونس وطاعة إلياس ولحن داود وزهد عيسى عليهم الصلاة والسلام واغمسوه في أخلاق النبيين كلهم. The caller calls out and it says that this man that is being born, this child, let it be blessed not only with the character of Adam, not only with the submission of Ismail, not only with the friendship of Ibrahim, not only with the power of Musa, not only with the love of Daniel, not only with the absence of Isa, not only with the beauty of Yusuf, not only with every single quality that these prophets have. Don't give him one. وَغْمِسُوهُ فِي أَخْلَاقِ النَّبِيِّينَ كُلُّهُ. Bless him and shower him with every single quality that these prophets had before him. Internally, we cannot find a person better and more perfect than the Prophet ﷺ, where he displayed in every moment of his life the most difficult act that there is, which is forgiveness and looking the other way and letting it be, forgiving and forgetting. This is perhaps the most difficult quality when it comes to dealing with others. But when the Prophet is entering into Mecca and the callers and the Sahabas start a chant and they start saying, loud, chanting, Al-Yawm Yawm Al-Malhama, that today is a day of butchery, today is a day of revenge. That all those days and all those times, these people, they pained us, they made us go through difficulty and hardship. Today is the day where we will pay them back and give them the same medicine that they treated us with. And this reaches the ears of the Prophet ﷺ. And he calls the Sahabas and he says to them, what is it that you're saying and you're chanting? And they say, Al-Yawm Yawm Al-Malhama Ya Rasulullah. And the Prophet says, no. Al-Yawm Yawm Al-Malhama. That today is the day of forgiving. Today is the day of letting it go. And it was not just the words that he said. Words are cheap. Words are easy. It was his actions that echoed the exact same sentiments. That when he's sitting in front of the Kaaba and Wahshi comes to him and he sits in front of him, and he comes to the Prophet and he says, Ya Rasulullah, I want to accept Islam. The Prophet looks up to him and he says, Awahshiyun anta? Are you Wahshi? Aqatilu ammi, the person that killed my uncle. He says, Na'am ya Rasulullah. And he asks him again, no. Awahshiyun anta? You are that same Wahshi that killed my own uncle, Hamza, radiyallahu anhu, the beloved of the Prophet ﷺ. Where in Uhud, where 70 Sahabas were killed and were shuhada. And every single Sahaba was given one janazah, but Hamza's body remained there because of the love the Prophet had for him. He says, you're Wahshi? You killed my uncle? He says, Na'am, I killed your uncle. The Prophet asked him, describe how you killed my uncle, a lengthy story. And at the end of it, the Prophet starts crying and he tells him, stop. And lets him accept Islam and forgives him. The killer of the Prophet's daughter walks up, Habal ibn Aswad, comes in front of the Prophet ﷺ, and he was the one that threw the spear at Zainab radiallahu anha. He sits in front of the Prophet and he declares and shows his desire to become a Muslim and seeking forgiveness from the Prophet ﷺ. The Prophet says, Ahabbarun anta? You are the man that killed my daughter. He says, yes. The Prophet says, La tathriba alaykum al-yawm. Today there is nothing for you. You are forgiven. You are free to go. Internally, the most difficult quality that the person can master, the most difficult quality that we can master as humans is forgiveness. And he was not a person that just showed it. He was a man that was on the mountaintop of forgiveness. He was a pinnacle at the epitome of showing love and forgiveness to others. Internally, this is who our Prophet was. And then we ask, Imam Ghazali says the third reason why we love is based upon how much that other person loves us. Let us open the books of hadith and history to see the narrations in which the Prophet cried for us. And where the Prophet is longing to meet us. وَلِدْتُ أَنْ لَقِيتُ إِخْوَانِي. He tells the Sahaba that I wish to meet my brothers. And the Sahaba say, أَوَلَسْنَا إِخْوَانُكَ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. Are we not your brothers, O Prophet of Allah? He says, no, أَنْتُمْ أَصْحَابِي. You are my companions. My brothers are those who come after me. And they believe, آمَنُوا بِي وَلَمْ يَرَوْنِي. They believe in me and they have not seen me, but they still believe in me. When Aisha radiallahu anha narrates one day, the Prophet entered into her room. And she said, I see that he was in a good mood. And I say to him, Ya Rasulullah, ud'u Allah li. Make dua to Allah for me. And the Prophet looks at her and he says to her, Allahumma aghfir Aisha, ma taqaddamat wa ma ta'akharat wa ma a'lanat wa ma asarrat. Oh Allah, forgive all the sins of Aisha, the ones that she did in the open, the ones in secrecy, all of her sins in the past and the future, forgive them. Aisha radiallahu anha smiles and becomes so shy. فَضَحِكَتْ حَتَّى سَقَطَتْ رَأْسَهَا فِي هِجْرِهَا. She smiles and she becomes so shy that she hides her head in her lap out of happiness that the Prophet made such a profound dua for her. And the Prophet says to her, أَيَسُرُّكِ دُعَاءِ يَا عَائِشَةَ. Did my dua make you happy? Did it make you happy? She says, Bala, why would it not make me happy, Ya Rasulullah? And the Prophet looks at her and says, هَذِهِ دُعَائِي لِأُمَّتِي بَعْدِ كُلِّ الصَّلَاةِ. This is the same dua that I make for people like you and I. That I make for people that perhaps are limited in their a'mal, but have love in their hearts. I make this dua for those people that perhaps have difficulty in forgiving, but I still love them. I make this dua for the people that perhaps cannot pray 5 times a day, but hey, I still love them. That's why on the day of judgment, when every prophet will be approached and they will be asked, that starts shafa'at in front of Allah, every single one of them will say, Lastu laha, this is not my job. I am not made for this. Until finally the entirety of mankind comes in front of the Prophet ﷺ. And we come to him and we say to him, Ishfa' lana ya Muhammad ﷺ. That start hisab, this is becoming too difficult for us. On the day of judgment, إِذَا مَا النَّاسُ يَوْمَ الدِّينِ قَامُوا. That on the day when everyone will be standing and everyone will be in rows. And everyone will be afraid. وَنَادَ الْمُذْنِبُونَ مَنِ الشَّفِيعُ. And people like us who are sinners will say, who will help us today? Who will help me today? Where I have no father, no mother to look after me. I have no imam, no scholar to look for me and give me guidance. مَنِ الشَّفِيعُ. هُنَاكَ يَقُومُ أَحْمَدٌ فِي يَدَيْهِ لِوَاءُ الْحَمْدِ مُنْعَقِدٌ رَفِيعُ. There we will see the Prophet standing. And he will come in front of Allah and he will fall into sajda. And Allah will say to the Prophet, Ya Muhammad, irfa' ra'sak, wa sal tu'ta, wa shfa' tushaffa', wa qul yusma'. O Prophet of Allah, the days for you to ask and to pray are finished. Ask, do shafa'ah, and whatever you ask will be given. And that day, where everyone will be thinking about themselves, the Prophet will not be thinking about his family. He will say to Allah, Ya Allah, ummati, help these people out. They are in need of help. They are in need of your forgiveness. Until finally Allah says that anyone that has an iota of iman in their hearts will enter into Jannah. Not because of our Jum'ahs, not because of our lihyas, not because of what we do in our a'mal. Yes, they are important and they're essential in our lives. But believe you me, every single one of us will be entering into Jannah bi'idhnillah with the shafa'at and through the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So today, as we can bring these three qualities on a litmus test for our spouses and for our children and for our parents, physical beauty, internal qualities, and how much they love us, take these three qualities for a moment and place them on the life of the Prophet ﷺ. And I promise to you, and I promise myself, if we look at it with this image, there will not be a single moment in our life where we don't love the Prophet ﷺ. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to truly love the Prophet ﷺ, bring his love into our life and equate it into action, so on the day of judgment we have something to show to Allah. Even if we have nothing, but we have the love of the Prophet with us, we can hope and we can make dua that can be sufficient enough of proof for us on that day to get entrance into Jannah al-Firdaus, inshaAllah. Wa akhu da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد، فقد قال الله عز وجل في كتابه العزيز بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أرحم أمتي بأمتي أبو بكر وأشدهم في أمن الله عمر وأصدقهم حياء عثمان وأقضاهم علي وفاطمة سيدة نساء أهل الجنة والحسن والحسين سيدا شباب أهل الجنة رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين، اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك والمشركين. اللهم انصر من نصر دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم واجعلنا منهم ومعهم. اللهم اخذل من خذل دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ولا تجعلنا منهم ولا معهم. اللهم اشف مرضانا وعاف مبتلانا وارحم موتانا إنك حق على كل شيء قدير. اللهم حبب لنا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره لنا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان. اللهم اجعلنا من الراشدين، اللهم اجعلنا من الصالحين، اللهم اجعلنا من المتقين، اللهم اجعلنا من الداعين، اللهم اجعلنا من المجاهدين يجاهدون في سبيلك حقا يأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر. اللهم انصر المسلمين المظلومين في كل مكان. اللهم انصر المسلمين المظلومين خاصة في غزة وخاصة في الشام وخاصة في اليمن. اللهم انصر المسلمين المظلومين المستضعفين من كان حيث كان. آمين 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 يا رب العالمين. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. أقم الصلاة.